Good day and welcome, gentlemen and girls, if there's any girls. Yeah, welcome to DMR Ranking Race number 2. How are you doing? Do you know?
Mr. Juan van der Walt, I'm doing absolutely wonderful. How are you, brother?
Good, man. I already see there's some people in chat, so what's up, old Christian, and it's Jean, and Sim Racer Dino, which I think is you, Dino.
That is correct, yes. Have to support the channel, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. So, yeah, what is our DMR Ranking Race number 2 this week? Red Bull Ring.
Currently it's the Red Bull Ring. Yes, sorry, I thought you asked me to. Jumping the gun, I'm so excited.
Yeah, go.
So it's the Red Bull Ring that is Gr2, and we thought we'd keep it on the track that is done every month by the FIGD Sports. So this month the Red Bull Ring was done. So we already did a Gr3 last month, so we're doing a Gr2 this month. The reason for this is to try and get more comfortability with different combinations that what we would regularly get on the FIA, and then also instead of just doing soft, one lap medium, one lap hard, we are actually forcing the gentlemen to do more laps on the harder compounds such as the mediums and the hards. Just teaches and actually gets everyone to do longer stints on those tires, gets their driving style up, tire saving, fuel management, etc. So 1 hour strategic race is not too much wear, which means it can be a short, a little enduro or a full spec race.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be an hour long. 36 laps, minute 20. Yeah, just about, I guess, close to. But yeah, minimum 9 mediums. The guys have to use a minimum of 9 medium tires and a minimum of 5 hards. So yeah, should make for some interesting racing. In terms of softs, they don't have to use it. So technically, the guys could use mediums and hards throughout the whole race. And yeah, the guys do not do any quali in this race. Basically, over the last few weeks, they would have to have set times on daily races, and yeah, depending on where they've ended on those daily races, depends on where they qualify for this race. Dino, I don't know if you've got me loud in the background or something, but I can hear myself.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In the background, there's no other sounds apart from this one.
Okay, that's weird. Okay.
I'll just quickly check up my mic if you can have a look at that.
Yeah. Your mic is fine. I was just hearing myself, and now I don't. So, yeah, now it seems fine. Yeah. So Red Bull Ring, 36 laps, Group 2 cars, only the latest Group 2 model cars. And yeah, race starts at 8:30 sharp, so in about 15 minutes. So the guys are busy putting in some time right now. So this would have been based on one of the daily races over the last 4 weeks, and
just the track, yes.
Yeah, so we've decided on the Red Bull Ring. But yeah, then moving on to something I guess more serious, and obviously everyone's been noticing that we have Rebel branded pretty much everywhere in the last week. So I'm gonna jump into a quick advert on Rebel, and then we can chat about it, Dino. So yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, so that is rebelstoreza.com. Yeah, Rebel Store is basically a online clothing store that opened up beginning of this year, and we were basically in discussions with them to kind of use some of our, or allow us to have some DMR merchandise on their store, and yeah, it turned into a sponsorship. So we, besides having a sponsorship, we also have DMR merch on rebelstoreza.com, and yeah, Rebel have allowed us to have a discount code for any viewers that are watching. If you want to buy any merch on Rebel, any of their,
not just DMR one,
yeah, not just DMR, but any of their clothing, yeah, you can just use the checkout code called Deadman Racing, one word, for 10% discount on your first checkout. So yeah, man, that's pretty exciting.
I absolutely agree with that. I think it's fantastic. That's just the one little part of it. Get 10% discount on your first checkout if you use Deadman Racing as your discount code. Now, that is the one leg of the actual agreement between ourselves and Rebel Store ZA. The other awesome thing for our racers internally at DMR, regards to GDSSA seasons, LNR seasons, international seasons, etc., will be our discretion. Rebel Store ZA will also each quarter, which is end of March, end of June, end of September, and end of December, each quarter they will be sponsoring us a certain amount of prizes for our drivers who do well and get certificates, etc., with regard to that. So all of our drivers who's watching this and is going to watch this afterwards, for you guys that are being pushed to do your best in each of the leagues, they are going to be quarterly prizes and incentives for you guys out there. So remember to do your best, always drive clean, courteous, and keep the DMR brand out there. So that is some awesome news for the public, getting the 10% discount on first checkout. We only have our first 4 shirts there currently. We are working on a numerous amounts of other merchandise there, so please be on the lookout. On a weekly or bi-weekly basis, we will definitely send you guys an update. Cups, mugs, racing gloves, shoes, socks, caps, you name it. If
it's all coming. Yeah, it's all coming.
It's all coming, guys. I can talk about this endlessly. I'm so excited. It is just unbelievable. The first of many.
Yeah. So yeah, we just want to really say thank you to Rebel, and although we've been discussing it for a while, everything has come together. So it's really cool that they're sponsoring us, as well as kind of seeing the value in esports, which is pretty cool.
Thank you, Joe and Leanne.
Yeah, so Joe and Leanne own Rebel, so shout out to them. But yeah, I don't think there's much more we can say about that. You guys will be seeing Rebel pretty much everywhere. And yes, just again, you can use Deadman Racing for 10% discounts on your first checkout. So yeah, if you wanna get something,
so make sure you buy a ton on the first checkout. You
yeah,
get 10% on the first checkout.
Exactly. But yeah, I think moving on, just before we go into looking at the drivers for the next race, is who are we sending to the Mercedes-Benz or the 80K Mercedes-Benz Pro Series?
Okay.
So yeah, Dina, I think you can take this one.
All right, guys. For those who don't know, the public eye, our team members, obviously, as well as the other GTS LNR series racers, we are going to be attending the Mercedes-Benz Pro Series, which is done in collaboration with 80K, probably the biggest gaming esports organization in South Africa. I may stand corrected, but that's what I believe. Together with them and Mercedes-Benz, who have now arranged and are doing a collaboration with the first of its kind esports sim racing event, mostly, or well, just only solely between GT Sports, which is Gr2 Models, as well as BCACC, which is Assetto Corsa Competizione, however you pronounce that. Those will be the 2 platforms. And just a quick run around how it will work is it's going to be 5-6 rounds. I think it's 6 rounds including the seeding rounds, and then you will enter and it will be a elite competition. So the top 10 racers who finish in both the sides, ACC as well as GT Sports, with 4 wild cards, will be going to Cape Town to the 80K arena. So top 10 of GT Sport, top 10 of PCAC, and the 4 wild cards have a chance to get an all expenses paid, well, up for discussion, to Cape Town to the 80K arena to take part in that final showdown. Then the lucky winner of this event will stand a chance, or won't stand a chance, will be representing South Africa on esports FI tournament in France. So That is absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's the first of its kind. It's been all over News 24. You name it, just type in Mercedes-Benz Pro or 80K Pro Series. You can even visit the website at proseries.co.za for all the details. So also want to thank our sponsors, rebelstoreza.com, as well as Equipment Warehouse for sponsoring our entry fees to go to this event, which is an MSA E-license, also first of its kind, which actually makes all the eSport races hold an E-license, which is brilliant. So thank you to Rebel yet again, as well as Equipment Warehouse. I'm assuming the team will be doing a nice outfits, cap shirts, etc., etc. We'll still discuss that, which is going to be brilliant to showcase this. And yeah, I think the exposure is going to be mad. We've got myself, DMRe Dino, age 31, car number 111, DMRe AM Racing, which is my fellow commentator, teammate, co-team founder, brother-in-arms, doing us justice. And then DMRe, our youngest prodigy, DMRe TSM JDJ, John Dior, only 16 years of age, definitely going for that top 10 spot in South Africa, definitely has the capability, has shown it before, can do it again, can do it over and over. Then we actually have a Silver FI level real motor race car driver who drives the Porsche GT3 for the Super Mobile Cup. DMRe Tyler Ewe, who's actually Ewan Taylor, who's 22 years old. Absolutely fantastic guy. Definitely one to watch out for the future as well. New to the sim racing industry, so this should definitely be a good example for him. Then we've got DMRe SMP3 Pro Stefan Moka. He is 50 years old, one of our matriarchs, well, I can't say matriarchs, one of our original drivers as well, car number 8. He's also the uncle of DMRe TSM JDJ. So racing runs in the family. JDJ, John Dior's father, Flores, also in the background, assisting with everything regards to race reviews, engineering strategies, etc. So absolutely phenomenal. We've got 2 other DMR drivers, Wolfman Willie, Jazz, and 3, as well as a DMR Snakey, also going to attend the 80K Pro Series. Definitely going to throw all their weight behind it. So it's quite exciting. Yeah. Cannot wait. Let's make it and go to Cape Town.
Yeah, man. It's pretty cool. I see there's a lot of guys in stream commenting right now. Kalen Mawa, Mr. KLM Pace, how you doing, bro? Joe Emilio, also owner of Rebel, just in the chat there. How you doing, Joe? Carl Westhuizen, Mr. RTA Safa. Let's go, man. We know we'll see both Kalen and Carl Westhuizen in the 8K series as well. And yeah, Kalen, the other DMR guys are allowed to compete. These are just the 5 guys that are going to pretty much focus on it and pretty much, well, basically just focus on the series. So just answer your question.
Jump in there as well. Where is Cubicle? I see Kalen's doing the general steering again. I thought that's my job, Kalen. Appreciate the information. But definitely, yeah, everybody's allowed to enter, but we all know where we stand. We all know our goals and targets. Some have been assigned to do GTSSA. Some have been assigned to do LNR. So it's a whole team effort, not just a free-for-all. So we are focused, and each one specializing in their own goals and missions for what they want to achieve. So it is a team decision, not just a dictatorship. So everybody is cool with that. GTSSA will have some serious fast drivers, and we cannot just focus everything on one. So we'd rather have people who specialize or focus on certain events rather than having a mixed bag of peanuts and people only doing 30% of preparations for races. So yeah,
so yeah, there are other DMR guys competing. These are the 5 that we want to seriously compete. So yeah,
we're trying to be resourceful.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we've got 5 minutes before the race, I think we should quickly check up on who's racing tonight in our race 2, internal ranking race 2. So this is how the guys have basically qualified. And for those of you who are late on the stream, how qualification works for this race isn't a normal quali. We take the daily races in GD Sports for the month, and we choose one race that the guys have to compete in or set times on the daily race. They've got one throwaway race as well, or qualification that they can do. But essentially, we'll see where they ranked in those 3 races, put them on a spreadsheet, and see where they would end up qualifying for this particular race. So yeah, in pole position tonight's going to be Dan the Man, or Daniel. So yeah, he's obviously been pushing those times, and pretty quick driver as well. So Dan is beats me often. So so that's good to see him on top there, and well deserved. Then we have Mr. Nitro Merlin. So Mr. Merlin, Mike, he never really used to do online racing. He was always doing pretty much offline racing until we opened up our DMR Academy, and I think he was introduced to us by Damien Biss, and it turns out Nitro Merlin is really quick as well. So good to see him there. Then we have DMR Jazz. Yeah, man, I think most people know Jazz. Also can be very quick. And then Michael DMR Snake. I don't know, sometimes he says it must be Snooky or Snaky.
No,
I don't know.
We're joking with him with Snooky, because a couple of people say, who's this Snooky guy? It's actually DMR Snaky.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, DMR Snaky then in fourth place. Australis in fifth, but he's not going to be able to make the race tonight. So if he did make the race, he would have started in fifth. Next is Mr. Charlie, known before as Alinar Charlie. Obviously a veteran to most of the guys that know sim racing. Then Mr. Damien Biss himself in seventh. Mr. Paul in eighth place, Dark Fox 1. Then also the OG, or Mr. Kalen Mawa's father, Ken Dog, in ninth. Then we have Mr. Louis Lom in 10th. 11th, Wolfman Willie. 12th, DMR Vashino. 13th, our back marker, starting in 13th, not at the back, so let's hope he stays there. Then we have DMR Zivan, and I don't think Zivan's going to make the race tonight either, so if I'm not mistaken, Dino. And then lastly, we have DMR Jafil in 15th place. Quickly going back to the comments, what will happen if there's more than 16 drivers? So basically, like we did the last time, we would have two pools, but the DMRe guys that are practicing for 80k are not going to be taking part in this for the time being. So that's why we've only got one pool tonight. Yeah, Kyle, we are spreading like rabbits. We can say the same for RTA. I think you guys still have more drivers than we do. So just saying. And yeah, who else do we have in chat? Mr. Yanni van der Walt. Yeah, thanks for getting online. Thanks for the bra on Saturday with you and Joe. It was awesome, man. Yeah, let's get into the lobby. Let me just see that everyone's in the lobby.
Yeah, I believe we're only 27 now, of which only 20 are active, and we were the second biggest local one. I think KBR is slightly bigger than us, to be honest. I think they're over 40. All a bunch of good friends, etc. But everyone wants to improve, which is quite awesome for everybody to be part of it. It's absolute massive brotherhood. I mean, I think in Season 2 GTSSA and the next LNR, some of these gents will be driving and focusing back to GTSSA, so the progress will definitely be seen. Certain people that I know for a fact that have jumped from Pool 8, Pool 9 contenders who are going to be contending for Pool 2, Pool 3, and even Pool 1 spots now. So everything is absolutely working to a charm, to be very honest. Just going forward. Kalen, do DMRe race like this or also or nah? Kalen, yes, we actually did our last race, which is a monthly race. We did do it, in fact, to be very honest, and yeah, we did the rankings, but once the 80k series, etc. came out to notice, then we just also said, we will call it, we're not going to take part in this, we'll rather have the DMR team doing that, and then incentivize one or two people to fight for a DMRe spots. So the ambitious ones will have it, which is quite cool. The rest will still remain our brothers. We're still the same, everybody the same. Some just more ambitious than others, and we're all growing together. So it's quite awesome. But the DMRe for now, until the next 3 months, until June 80k is done, we will not be partaking in the DMR seeding. I believe that there will be a lot less or there will be more splits. Some people just do GTSA and just LNR, but not GTSA and LNR and FI. So that's why the resourcing or refocusing has been done.
Yeah, so just to remind everyone, we don't need. We have all the drivers that are competing needed to basically make their own Rebel livery for the race. So you'll notice that everyone's kind of using different Rebel liveries, and everyone is getting ready for the race to start pretty much now. Dino, so I think you can tell them to start when they are ready.
I've just said 5 minutes so we can go through the liveries.
Yeah.
You can run through the liveries of each one. I've just told them 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're just going to be screwing around now anyway, so I think we can go through the liveries as the race starts, I reckon. Everyone's slowing down. Let's see who all is in here.
Kyle, we do have a whole European division, to be fair. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, you guys, obviously, with GTA's Boca, which was a massive international team, and you just branched off of that, not as you started scratch from SA, which was quite cool. And I'm happy that you guys are running this show. I mean, you've got the likes of yourself, Leap, Donkey, DKP, which I believe, just quick mention, was an absolutely vital signing. I do believe it was 100% the right choice for both your team and his team to get those negotiations done. I think the future of Diki is looking absolutely fruitful at RTA, and yeah, it's going to be massive seeing the growth, especially now with Donkey going over to ACC. It's going to be phenomenal, Jen. So awesome having RTA, KBR, as well as DMR in the mix of things.
Okay, so
here we go for the race.
We're ready for
on the grid
race start. Hope everyone gets off grid and we have no issues.
Let's see, and it's Dan, Nitro, Jazz, Snaky. Looks like everybody's off. Doesn't look like anybody's stuck. Everyone's off the line. Absolutely perfect. Already some people going for the inside line. Dark Fox staying left. Danderman covering the wide side. Trusting Nitro Merlin actually to T. Oh, a little bit of RG to Jazz. Jazz made some spots. Okay, off to a super good start. Remember, guys, heavy damage is turned on for this race, which means any damage incurred, whether it's small, large, massive, big, dented, whatever you call it, it is pit stop time for you. Also, remember the pit stop time is absolutely damaging at this moment due to the new pit stop time loss changes after the update. Looks like Danderman, Nitro Millen off to a massive start. I'm not sure if Snakey and them.
Yeah,
going for an inside move.
Nitro being very aggressive from the start, but they just pulled the gap really quickly.
Both of them have the same river. It's probably shared between each other.
No, they're different. They same but different.
Yeah.
Same but different.
But yeah. Not same.
So also just a comment on the penalties. If a guy gets a penalty, he has to burn the penalty within his stint, which means before he pits or before he finishes the race. So whatever comes first is when they need to burn those penalties. Going down the order, Damien Biss in third. Good start from him. Very cool livery. I like his livery there. And followed closely by DMR Snaky, who almost didn't make the race. So good to see that he's here. But the guy's looking clean right now. We should expect from these cars. These cars have low downforce, so... Ooh.
Oh, someone's off track. Someone's off track to the back.
Yeah.
One more back.
Let's see if we caught
back
that.
Back marker is off. Back marker is off. Let's see what happened. The inside line going off wide. Clips it.
Oversteered
himself out, unfortunately. Race is long. 36 lap race. Should be a 50+ minute race.
Yeah. He's got some time to catch up. Back to the front, Dan's starting to put a little bit of a gap on Nitro, but looks like Damien is slightly catching up to the guys.
Just quickly want to address something here. The guys are going at each other on the chat to pace Carl. Well, Carl calling out pace for a 1v1. Looks like things are definitely getting heated. Also, by the way, Oaks, Joe Emilio, I believe you should read this comment, brother. Carl has done some research. He's already visited the website. He said he didn't know our Oaks were dead mean racing. Well,
we could be both. Apparently, sometimes we are. So.
Apparently, we are mean. So that is what it is. Thank you so much for watching, Carl, though, popping it in and also taking the time to visit the website. Truly appreciate that, man. Joe will definitely look into that. Thanks a lot for bringing it out to attention. And yeah, thanks a lot for popping in. Let's see about that 1v1 now. I think it'll be cool. RTA, Pace, and DMR. Definitely one to watch out for. We can maybe call him Crazy 8 as well in KBL. Good beans. Thanks for watching, bud.
Yeah, I think we should do 1v1 sometimes, man.
What should Kalen also say now? Dead mean racing equals Dean racing. It could work. It could work. Anyway, back to the race, gents. Nice one, Kalen.
Back to grid. Something happened to Dan the man. I think he must have spun out of something. I can't go back so far on the replay, so...
Yeah. Let's have a look if we can maybe put on the race settings as per request from gents. I think they want to... Oh, actually, last time we said we're not going to put on the race details due to the fact that we want people to see other strats of other drivers.
Yeah, but I guess they're all on the race, so it's
correct.
all
They're all on the race now. It's not like the previous times.
We can quickly check what tires everyone's on. Okay, Nitro on racing softs at the moment. Damien as well. Damien on softs, so they've opted to take their harder compound tires later.
Dan started on the mediums, so very risky.
Well, it's fine. He's still up there, so I think he's good for now. Mr. Jazz starting on the softs, so he's going to put Dan under quite a bit of pressure as Dan almost loses it there. Snake on mediums. Mr. Paul, Doc Fox 1 on mediums as well. Jafil on hards, so yeah, the only one on hards I've seen so far. Wolfman Willie on hards as well. Wim Charlie on mediums, and he's got carrying some damage on the front left, so yeah, he's gonna obviously maybe try and run these medium tires for 9 laps as he should. Vashi on racing hards as well, and then Mr. Kendog on softs. Yeah, Mr. Miyagi himself, Mr. Kendog on
so Trader mentioned something
softs.
about Mr. Miyagi.
He's our Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, it says he's got Mr. Miyagi and his DMR then he's like Cobra Kai. I hate it when I don't know a show and what it's about, so I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. If Kalen's steering again or actually, I'm not sure. I hate not knowing.
Kalen's always steering, bro.
What is, just always assume Kalen is steering. What is Cobra Kai about? Just a quick off topic. Anybody can just explain to me? Maybe Kalen will...
Isn't Cobra Kai the opposition to the Karate Kid? The guy, the opposition, like, karate club or something? I'm not sure.
I remember seeing a funny photo about it. Martin is actually putting a decent gap to his fellow Eleanor teammates. Well, they were basically good friends. They're not teammates. They will be the next season. They were both new, so we split them up and put them with more experienced LNR racers. And I believe these two will definitely make a great team, as they did come to the academy themselves, worked their way up within a couple of weeks. They were part of the DMR team, so good up to them. They are leading by 2 seconds. Nitro's leading Damien. Damien is leading 3 seconds to Jazz.
Almost 4,
Jazz,
yeah.
Almost 4 seconds now. Gap from Jazz to Dan is only 0.2, so Dan is doing a significant drive on those mediums of his, which will set him up for the later stints. Definitely be able to jump these guys in the pits. If he's going to do some shorter, or if he's doing the 9-lap medium stints, he might come in behind some traffic, which won't be too bad. The field is quite spread out, so it should be a good result for him.
But Jazz is putting fastest lap in... oh, now it's Merlin. So Merlin just got the fastest lap, but it was Jazz for a second.
So Jazz leading Danaman now by 0.9. The soft should start working now. DMR Snake is leading DMR Dark Fox 1 by 2 seconds. Close to 2 seconds, 1.8, 1.7. Then Dark Fox 1 is leading Wolfman Willie. Okay, Willie, Jafil into the pits. There are a couple of gents that came into the pits.
He did have damage, so... I wonder if that's why. Oh, and he was on.
All of them are on hard, so it's their 5th lap on hard. So they'll probably be doing a 5 and a 9. Should see a lot of gens pitting at lap 14 as well.
Yeah, Jafil changed to mediums now, so and got
You
his
should
damage
put lap
repaired.
14 again.
Yeah.
Correct. So let's see what races. Merlin is still putting that gap to Damien Biss. Let's quickly have a look at the tyre and fuel difference between Nitro and Damien.
Damien's saving a
Damien
little bit
is
more fuel.
Slightly, maybe 2-3%. So Nitro Merlin is renowned for being a very hard racer. Likes to push those lap times. Doesn't focus too much on the wear management, tyre wear, fuel management, but he does usually offset that for his lap time, so which is quite good. You can always have hot lap artists in your team pushing for the fast laps, pushing the limits of the cars. Then we've got Jazz also doing a superb drive, starting from I believe 5th or 6th on the race, and definitely doing a good run. As you can see from Dark Fox 1 to DMR Charlie, who I believe all of them have pitted.
Yeah, I think they've all
From their hard,
pitted.
correct. So they've done their hard stints, and you will see probably a lot of guys now pitting on lap 9 and then pitting on lap 14. So the end of the hards and end of the mediums, those will be the to conversion or the pit stop overlapping sectors. Laps 5, 9 and 14. Then you might see a lap 11 pits because of the 9 and 14, or the 5 and 9 leaves 14, there's 22 laps left. I believe a lot of guys are going to split at 11-11, the 2 soft stints. So you should see pit stops at 5, 9, 11 and 14. Just a quick mathematics, 1 plus 1 is 3.
So do you think with the new pit loss time it's worth actually doing longer stints on the mediums and hards?
Only a certain amount of tracks, what I've checked, has made a significant difference with the pit stop loss time. For instance, Interlagos, the pit stop has increased by 18 seconds due to normal between 14 and 18 seconds just arriving at the pit bay. So it has been a massive increase, and the FIA is going to be seeing a lot more single stoppers and double stoppers with the harder compounds, and it's going to see less soft, one medium, one hard type of races. So I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's bringing in more realism to the game, competing with the likes of ACC, even though you cannot even compare closely. But with regards to time loss and super unrealistic stuff by a 4.5 or 5.5 second pit stop at, let's say, Maggiore, I think the increased pit stop time is going to bring out some true racing aspects.
Yeah, I see Mr. Kendog is putting Charlie on under a bit of pressure. Kendog is on softs. Let me see what Charlie's on. Charlie on mediums, yeah. And he's carrying damage, so Kendog should at least try and get past him. So Kalen, go tell your father he needs to get past him, Charlie. He's got damage, mate. Yeah, so where's Mr. Wolfman Willie? Okay, yeah, he's one of the guys that pitted, so doing his medium stints now. So what's interesting about doing these longer stints on mediums and hards is it really brings the race back together in the end. So it'll be interesting to see where the guys finish after that. I see Backmarker just pitted as well, and he's going on his hards. So was he on mediums? I don't know. Probably. Nitro Merlin pulling far away from Damien at the moment. We know that Dan the Man has the pace as well, but he's been on mediums, so we'll see when old Nitro gets his mediums or hard stints, where that leaves Dan.
Completely correct. I see Kaden saying that once we get a tattoo parlor, then we will consider joining. Very intriguing. So, why is Christian on track? Christian is part of the academy team. These gents are still definitely pushing hard, truly supporting the main DMR team, which is quite awesome. Brings out the competitive spirit, or friendly spirit of competition within each other. So absolutely funny. You should see the banter in the academy group chat box as well as the WhatsApp groups. Just amazing. The amount of memes, unfortunately I cannot disclose all of them, and there is some PG involved between all the banter between the brothers there. So absolutely phenomenal. And then once they are ready, they will join the DMR team. Until then, these guys are definitely slapping it out on track. Truly love it and appreciate all the time being put in. Callan, yes, there is an academy below these. Well, not below. I'm not sure why. It has to be said above, below. In fact, there are three guys in the academy team, of which one is Sir Ian. In fact, the other day he had an SF race, which is the fastest in the league, as well as the fastest in the league. It's also in the academy, and that's where it all starts out, unfortunately. So just maybe about PR and reputation, etc. A lot of people are asking to join, and if that's not a personal invite from one of the owners or stuff like that, then that is the way in. Fortunately and unfortunately, so makes everybody who wants to be part of DMR actually truly commits, and that's why we would have a massively committed team. Great news! It's awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah, the field's starting to get bunched together again, at least in some parts.
Between 9 and 14, you should see a couple of gents come back together, the mediums and the hard stint splits. So by lap 15, we should see a lot of people bundle up even closer after the 14 pit stops.
But yeah, Nitro at the moment just pulling away.
Smashing it.
Now almost 6 seconds ahead of Damien. So yeah, Nitro, have you been practicing, bro?
Yeah, he definitely has. He's got a point to prove. He's also chasing the DMRe tag. He told me that personally when I saw him on Saturday. This is quite amazing. If you have a look at the Tyre Wear, if you have a gent that's not going to be pressing the tires very hard, they can in fact do the 22 laps straight out. That was the idea of this competition, which means you can do 22 laps straight solid stints on softs. If you have the guts and the balls for it, and depends on if you want to go for super fast laps, do 11, move it out, or 10, 12, and then finish your medium and hard compound. So, like you said, everybody's going to get together here by laps 15, after the medium and hard compounds have stopped, and then once again you're about by lap 24, 25, then, as you said, the race will just get together like a piece of puzzle, or the puzzle pieces all fit into one shape, which hopefully turns out to be an incredible race. Kaden also asking, what happens if a lady wants to join? Will they be DWR or DDR? Dead woman racing or dead?
We'll tackle that when the time comes.
Yeah, what will the second D stand for? DDR racing. I can understand DWR, dead woman racing, or DD racing, dead daughter racing, or what? I'm not sure. Please explain to us. But at this moment, that's not something we're looking at into, to be very honest. GTSSA is running the female league. I think there's about 8 races in there, and that's a super initiative. And yeah, we'll follow the lead. Everybody that we see or maybe approaches us, which there haven't been any, we'll definitely refer them to that. That's been run on a very good basis.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jazz has been catching up to Damien, pretty much almost in his slipstream, but had a terrible exit at that last corner.
I'm sorry for getting off topic.
Thanks,
Caleb. We would rather not repeat what you said on the stream there, just for everybody's sake. And yeah, I think that's maybe a screenshot worthy there, just for future blackmail. Anyway, guys, so what we can see happening here with DMR Jazz as well as DMR Snakey. Snakey having a 20-second gap to DMR Dan the Man. So as you can see, the race is transpiring very smoothly. Everybody's already had their first or second stints done and completed and moving on.
Yeah, it just looks like the top 4 haven't pitted yet. I wonder if Snakey is just doing an extra long stint on mediums, but I see Nitro Merlin going to the pits now. And yeah, the pit here also looks a bit longer than before, man.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah, as you can see, he was
AR Outlaws from Lady GTSA League. No, unfortunately not. I mean, AR Outlaws. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Sounds familiar. I think maybe Stigginator or something has posted of that.
Yeah, I don't know much of that. Mr. Deaky, how you doing, bro? Nice to see you in chat.
Deaky, welcome, brother. Have yourself a good one. I hope you enjoy the race. Hope you've been prepping well. Hope the RTA gents rather, treating you well. Okay, let's do a quick recap after those pit stops. Maybe we can run it through from the top and see what's happening here. So Damien Best leading by 0.7. He's still on his softs, so doing a 13-lap stint so far. We'll see what happens. Followed shortly by Jazz on 0.7. Let's have a look at the fuel and tire difference. Should be Jazz using slightly more fuel.
Yeah, Jazz definitely pushing a bit harder. But we both know both these guys need to pit still.
100%, 100%. Then we've got Nitro Merlin to Danderman 3 and 4. Merlin has pitted, Danderman is 15 seconds behind.
Danderman's also pitted.
And Merlin is on racing hard, so he's going softs then hards.
Ooh.
This should be very interesting.
And yeah, he just oversteered. Yeah. Didn't get good traction.
No damage.
Yeah, so he's going to lose a lot of time to Dan there. Dan's definitely going to catch up a lot of time there. But Dan picking up the penalties. So yeah, you'll need to burn those penalties before his next pit stop.
Correct. I want to rush to the penalties as well. Guys, how the penalty system works in here is your penalty will need to be burnt off in the stint that you receive it on. So before you get to the pit entry lane, your penalty needs to be burnt off. If it's done on the last stint, then you can carry it over the finish line. It will obviously be added throughout your race time, or on your race time to the closest higher second. So a 0.4 penalty will be a 1 second penalty at the end of it. Danderman burning his penalty at the hairpin there, very clever. So you'll probably start burning it off little bit by little bit, not at one certain piece.
Yeah, Mr. Merlin lost at least 5-6 seconds to Dan and when he screwed up on that one on the first turn. So yeah, moving on to, where's it? Jafil. Jafil's looking pretty solid right now with his mediums. So yeah, I know he started with hards, so he's actually in a really, really good position right now. Looks like Jazz is going on his hards now, which is cool.
He's going into his hards, yep.
Yeah, I think
should be very interesting.
Jafil's now going to go onto his softs, I think. And Snake is pushing it on his hards right now, so doesn't have much fuel. I hope he can do enough, has enough fuel for those laps.
The fuel just went in the pits with his mediums. So he's done his hard, he's started with hards 5 and then mediums 9, pitting in of 14.
Yeah, Kendog on his hards looks like they're not getting worn at all.
Yeah, Kendog's super with his racecraft and Tyre Wear, fuel wear management. He always wants to outsmart his other races, which is quite cool. Going to be very interesting to see where he ends up. Oh, a little bit of a spinny snap oversteer there. Love his livery though, to be very honest, very neatly done. So we've got a question here. When's DMR hosting an Enduro?
Kalen,
we're actually discussing it. So
yeah,
we will
also
keep you posted it.
Get on PC, bro. We want to do a proper ACC Enduro. So, you guys need to get on PC, honestly. That's where the real endurance racing is. Let's be honest. And it's a lot more fun.
Sky Coffee or your previous, well, your team EKZ. Maybe get Richard Angelis and stuff. I'm sure they will be able to try and make a plan for you to try and get a PC sorted and join PC ACC. I think you will be absolutely fantastic on that. And from what I've heard or seen is that the PC ACC vibe is somewhat more advanced. Ruan, correct me if I'm wrong.
The what? The
PC ACC vibe compared to console.
Yeah, there's a lot more drivers there, of course, but you're competing more internationally, so it's less local league stuff and more international stuff. And yeah, there's a lot more possibility in the endurance racing on ACC PC with driver swaps and like you can do 24-hour races with no issue really. So. Something we can't. I mean, we could do it in GD Sports, but you won't be able to do driver swaps in GD Sports, which kind of sucks.
Unless you've got the same wheel you guys are ranging the sleep home. So I think that's the most advanced spot. I see Damien Best has gone to the pits on lap 16.
Yeah, he did a very long stint on softs. So
I wonder if he's going to be doing the 2-stopper. Let's see what he comes up. Because if he does a 16, he might do a 16, 14, 6. It's coming out on hard. So wherever it's going to come out on hards now, I think he'll finish off with mediums. I think he's going for a 2-stopper. Longer stint on softs. Yeah, we might be looking at a 16, 10, 6 here.
Yeah, it comes out right behind Merlin,
Very
and
interesting.
Merlin's also on hards right now. So yeah, it's still to
Very
be
interesting.
an interesting race.
Yeah, and if he's going to do one less pit stop,
Jazz
he's
also on
definitely
hards.
in the best position.
Yeah, I totally agree. If he can push it out a little bit longer, he'll maybe do a longer medium stint, I'm guessing. The hards is
Probably
not
like a
something you want to
10,
be
yeah.
on forever, yeah.
Great, he might do a 10 and 6. Very interesting strats here by Damien Biz. I am very curious to see this. Always curious to see a, what do you call it, a non-conventional strat? I believe so, I believe that's the word. So that's going to be quite interesting. Dan the Man, still the guy to watch, gents. Still the guy to watch. It looks like he's going to do a double stint on his softs.
Yeah, he's done with these slow compounds, I believe.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going to get 20 laps solid with his softs. Maybe he's pushing for that, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Definitely a future prospect. Also, only 18 years of age. South African, born South African. Only recently, a couple of years ago, moved to Germany. So, yes, another future superstar alongside TSM JDJ, and also a person that has been on a massively long sabbatical, DMRe Koketso, which is known as Not Stinky. So he might be making a move back soon, just finishing his matric year.
Yeah,
so
he's finishing
all the luck
studies.
to him.
So yeah, we're letting him do what comes first, which is his education. So yeah, and his dad, I think his dad made it clear to us, right?
Definitely did.
That he's gonna finish matric first, and he'll be up on it again. Just looking at Mr. Backmarker, yeah, after that horrible crash he had in the beginning of the race, he has a lot of time to catch up. But yeah, he is finishing up. I guess he's starting on his mediums now. I don't know if he was on softs before, but we'll just have to check. Where is Charlie? Okay, Charlie's just pitted. I'm sure he's done with both these harder compounds. So he's on softs all the way to the end, and we can already see he's on fire. Mr. Merlin going into the pits, getting his hards off now. So is he going to get on mediums? I think he may.
Let's have a look. So he did 12, and then 13, and 6. Nitro Merlin.
Yeah, he should come on his mediums now, I think. He started on
This
softs.
is very interesting. I think we have a race. We have a race, ladies and gentlemen. We have a race. This is going to be awesome. I think from laps 25 onwards, we might be able to see the top 3, top 4 coming out of those laps and pit stops there. I think we definitely have a race. That's the thing about these longer races, not these short bursts, these sprinty type races. If my lips are going to get stuck to each other once more, I will definitely.
I see Mr. J Dub is in chat as well. How you doing, Mr. Goniwe?
Hello, Gr2. Sorry, I forgot about him being the actual stirrer of GT Sport, the official one.
Yeah.
Closely followed by Kalen Marwa. But he's definitely the stirrer, especially on streams. We love you, Gr2. Mr. Arrive and Drive, only number 2 to DMR DTI.
Okay, Jazz finishing up his hards now. Yeah, the pit loss time's definitely a lot longer here than it was before. But Damien looking in the best position right now. If he's gonna
Watch out for Dan as well.
do an extra long stint on hards and mediums, so yeah, Dan's coming up the order now. Still 35 seconds behind Damien, but we know Damien still needs to pit at least twice, once or twice, I believe. Dan the man making it just ahead of Jazz. Jazz should be on mediums now, yeah, so Dan should be able to pull away from him right now.
Yeah, the race is definitely transpiring now. Should be very, very awesome to see. Let's have a look at Vashino, Wolfie, and them. Because Wolfie always pulls a cat out of the bag or a rabbit out of the hat.
Where is
if
Wolfie?
You can call it that. 11 gone to pits now. He's going on softs now.
Yeah, he must have done both these soft, slower compounds first.
If you have a look at the lap times are very slowish compared to what softs should be. I think Wolfie is
only getting on
doing
softs
a two-stopper as well. I think he might be going through with these softs. 17 laps. I think he might be doing the reverse of Damien Burt.
He could be. He could be, I think.
Oh wait, no, he put the lap 11, pit 13. Ooh, maybe a damage.
Yeah, that could be it as well. So I'm sure he was mid-pack at a stage.
Let's have a look and see. This might definitely be something happening here as well. Wolfman Uli, the last 3-4 races in LNR, I know for a fact he started like 8th, 9th, 10th, did one less stop, just cruised gentle on the strat, super strict strategy, and then popped in a podium in a 4th place. Super driving.
100%. I forgot that I've got this function where I can actually look at people's names on here. Trying to control 2 keyboards at once can get tricky sometimes. Okay, so Damien in the pits now. I think he really can do 15 laps on mediums if he decides to do that.
I agree with you. It's going to be super interesting to see what will happen now. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what's happening.
The question is Damien going to try to do the same thing? We'll have to see. Damien busy lapping Mr. Backmarker there. No ghosting for lap drivers in these ranking races.
Oh my god, DMR Jazz has DC. This guy has absolute horrible internet connection.
Yeah, man. Sorry, Jazz.
Caden mentioned to Gr2. Do you check DMR has a clothing line now? We're gonna see Dino and Ron on a runway. State of the Nation's address. That's sauna. That's so funny. And no, it's not some haute couture collection vibes, unfortunately. Caden, we actually love your messaging and commenting on the stream, but truly appreciate it. You're keeping some things off topic for the entertainment. Definitely keep it coming. Truly appreciate it. And Gr2, I think maybe we should arrange a 1v1 after Kaylin and Kyle have done off of each other. So I think you and GDI can do the next 1v1 after that. Should definitely be awesome. And no, the DMRe bribe.
I'm willing to stream these one-on-ones. Just saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you guys want to arrange a day of 1v1 challenges, we can definitely make it a series. A call out. Remember the old Western movies where you had those little tall bossies and the guys have to draw on each other? Well, small little 1v1s, maybe a short sprint race followed by a 30-40 minute Tyre Wear race. It should be awesome. In fact, I think it will definitely be something that can attract viewers for sure, whether it's personal streaming or not. That can be great. No, the E-Tag is not bribable, J-Dub. Just like remember the beginning of my career, if I can call it that, in sim racing the first couple of months when EKZ, I think it was Kaylan, was super humble gent. When I thought people could choose, I told them I ran a trade for one of HP EKZ, and I remember there was a thing, it's by invite only. Look at this guy. I was that guy back in the day. So, no, DMRe is by invite only, no bribes accepted, only love, brotherhood, and that will give you the E-Tag, buddy. And no arrive and drives allowed, so unfortunately for you. But Kalen, yeah, the VRC thingamajig.
Dude, I
his
wish we had his
commentator-
voice, man.
Brother, you are nailing it spot
I
on.
guess we all wish we had
Man.
his voice.
Man, that guy was amazing. Really.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, let me not talk about him in the past tense because I believe he still is good.
I can do
Yeah.
a rebel advert quickly, just a quick one. There,
So
Kalen.
there you go.
There, Kalen. That was just for you, bro. There you go.
Well, for you and for Joe Emilio for more airtime. We love you, Joe.
Yeah, Jazz, we see you were DC'd, man. Unfortunate, dude. You were having such a good race, man.
I want that man to commentate my life. Listen to Kalen Mawa. Ah, legend.
I agree. He's almost like Mr. Attenborough. Just for racing, for sim racing. Okay, back to the race. Nitro Merlin's still doing well.
That's what you're giving updates. Yes, 4
But
seconds ahead
I
of
think
Jafil.
the big dark horse is Jafil right now. I know he probably has to put one more time.
Remember Dan? Remember Dan?
But yes, where's Dan?
No, Jafil is not the dark horse. Damien is the dark horse. With that
Damien as
Navy
well,
two-stopper.
yeah. Damien as well.
Look at these two going at it, Dan and Damien. That penalty was it a? Quickly do a replay. I want to see if that was a shortcut penalty or a touching penalty.
You went wide there.
Okay, yeah, it was wide. 1 second. Okay, just wanted to say side contact penalty should not be on. Okay, so Damien Biss leading the way to Dan the Man with the 10th. Is he making the move? Ooh, Damien should not burn penalty on the braking line, the racing line. Let's have a look at this. I think something might transpire for this. Let's have a focus on this for a few seconds.
Dan the Man's on the quicker tyre, but his tyres are much more worn. So of course, Damien taking advantage of that. Yeah, Dan's tyres are just almost completely worn, so I won't be surprised if he tries to pit sometime soon.
Jafil in the pits, he's doing 11-11. 5-9-11-11. There's the 5-9-11-11 strat that I spoke about, which is the most conventional one that will be chosen.
Let's quickly go to the back. Apparently we've got some hunting down going on here.
Oh, look at this. Ken Dog is hunting a wolf. The friendly rivalry that Wolfman Willie and Ken Dog have for each other. Guys, if you are ever on a party chat with these two, my god, they can just take over a party chat. Two super legends. So much fun.
Yeah, 100%.
So much fun. They just bring the vibe to the team. Definitely worth their weight in salt. So, absolutely beautiful.
Okay, Dan did get past Damien.
I'll still have a look at Ken Dog and Wolfie. I have a look. I can see them on.
Ooh, great overtake by Damien right there. In fact, I think we should see that again. Yes, that's better.
It definitely broke it dead to try and block the cutback that Dan was trying to do. Dan has gone past him again, and anyway, at the next corner. So these two are having an immense battle.
It's just to and from right now.
That is correct. Please go to Damien and Dark Fox 1. Where are we now? So we are on the current one at the moment. Sorry for that. I thought we were on red.
We've
Yeah,
got
there we go.
Snake and
Snakey and Dark Fox 1.
and
There's the one I
Paulie.
saw on the map. This should be very interesting as well. Very, very interesting. Oh, it's not going to be interesting. I jumped
yeah,
down.
Paul into the pits. Well, these two are definitely kicking it right now. Let's see if we can get Ooh, great braking there.
This is interesting. Side-by-side racing. This is what you want to see. R27, these two still being this close.
Little nudge there. Not too bad.
That's still rubbing his racing.
These
That
guys
is not
are
too bad. Still little nudges.
battling well here.
They
I'm
definitely
surprised
are.
Dan's doing so well on those horrible tyres of
Also-
his.
Like I said, 18-year-old gent definitely has future in the esports industry. Sorry, I see when you were mentioning EKZ got connects, my brother. Buddy, I'm not sure if you guys are EKZ, Pace Motorsports, etc., etc. I am confused. Please elaborate. I'm not sure how this 50-50 partnership works. So elaborate for me, Pace Motorsports or EKZ. Which one is it? And I see that you're saying that you're on another sabbatical, or when this has happened, I'm not sure when you are going to get back into it. Either ACC or that, or real racing was the other one. What are you focusing on 2021, my bud? Let us know. We'd like to follow.
It is just
Yeah,
back and
you
forth
are
between
going at it, eh?
Damien and Dan. Yeah.
These two are having a super battle. Let's quickly go to the Ken Dog Wolfie hunts.
Ooh, something must have to Ken Dog. He's got damage on his rear, so yeah, he's going to be going
Maybe
slow
we
right
could have
now.
a replay. Maybe it happened in the last, what, 10 seconds? 15 seconds?
We'll check. No, happened before.
Happened before. A small little nudge at the back. Shame.
But Mr. Merlin now in the pits. So we know that he's going to come out with softs now.
So into 8 laps on the softs. This is a very, very interesting strategy that he's going to be pushing out.
Dan pulled a little bit of a gap to Mr. Damien.
Kalen, keep it PG rated, my man. So we have a battle between Dan and Damien. Damien's going straight through, or Dan's going straight through, mate.
Do you reckon on those tyres?
He's going to go straight through.
He might as well.
Both of these gents are going to go straight through, telling you that solidly now.
Yeah, I'm sure Damien will. I think Damien's going to stay out.
If Dan has gone straight through, you should not have battled that intensely for the last few laps.
Mr. Merlin is 5 seconds behind, but we know he's got brand new soft tyres.
With a
So
half
this
tank
could
fuel,
be
6 second gap.
this
6
could
laps,
be
1 second per lap.
yeah,
Interesting.
this could be an interesting end to this race.
Guys, please like the channel or subscribe to the channel. I see there are 18 people watching. We only have 7 likes, 1 dislike. I'm not sure if you've got the beeping system activated, but I will just say beep you. Okay. So, listen to TS and JDJ. If it was Dino, I would have pushed him off. And he said, always, he holds me back. Thank you, John. I'll remember that, but I'll remember that shots fired. Stealing purples, and I'm holding you back. I'm sorry, mate. I will speed up. I'll practice a bit more. I apologize for that. Such a little chop. Guys, it's the 16-year-old superstar that we have in our team. Pool 1 GDSSA, Pool 1 LNR, leading Pool 1 in LNR now at the moment. So, mad future for him. Always giving us grief.
Yanni saying Mr. Joe Emilio disliked the stream. I don't think so. I think we got the dislike before the stream even started.
Yeah,
to be
before it
fair.
was loading on the countdown.
But haters be haters. It just is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, and Yanni, Joe Emilio won't dislike the stream, in fact, because Rebel Store ZA belongs to him, so this stream and sponsorship
Yeah,
is done by him, so
Yanni
he could give a super like, maybe.
Yanni and Joe Emilio stream together often, so they are good mates.
Oh, apologies for that, I did not know.
Yeah, he's not related to me. Yanni is not related to me.
Yanni van der Walt, I see some inside information going on here, guys. Talking about that bribes, you know?
Okay, it looks like
Alright.
Dan is starting to make a little bit of a gap, but look how quick Nitro Merlin is catching these guys. He's already
Definitely sick, man.
brought 3 seconds down in a lap and a half. So will we get another fastest lap from him? We should soon.
Oh,
I
surely.
guess.
Surely.
We should soon.
We see Gr2 saying Dino John is faster than you. Dean drinks sip of water, looks at phone curiously, wondering what would make Gr2 say that. Cautiously optimistic, knowing TSM is on a warpath coming ahead. Confidently saying he's not there yet, but the boy is chasing what it's all about.
Okay, I know we
GTX
said
debuting.
Damien was on the best strategy, but I think Nitro Merlin has done this perfectly.
I think he had clean air from the start. He didn't have any battles which lost him that 3, 4, 5 seconds. What
He did
Dan
have
and Damien
that
did.
one spin out, which lost him
Yeah, it
5
cost 4
seconds.
seconds. Yeah, 4, 5 seconds, I remember.
But yeah, now right on the back of Damien. We should see him pass shortly.
Damon's going to make it easy for him.
We've got Mandy rooting for Dan the man. Yeah, Dan's leading right now. He's doing pretty well. His tires aren't looking that good though. So I've got a feeling that Mr. Nitro Merlin might just catch him before the end of the race. But
Mandy Popelka, isn't that Dan's surname?
I think it is. Mandy, how do you fit in? Are you Dan's mother?
Dan's mother, Dan's sister? Because I know he's trying to convince you guys that this DMR story and his future in esports is real. Ma'am, I can tell you, it 100% definitely is, and if Dan is your son, he has one super bright future. Esports is definitely one of the fastest growing industries in the world, and you're seeing the likes of a lot of younger people getting paid significant or sick amount of money to do this racing, and a lot of these races, esport races, are actually getting pulled up into real racing teams. So this seems to be another adventure for it to start. You got go-karts on the one side, and then sim racing on the other. Have a look at Igor Fraga.
Meanwhile, it looks like Dan is pulling away from Damien and Nitro because they're battling. But his tires look really shocking right now.
Well, Damien's doing a good job. I think Dan is appreciating that.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it's just a matter of
Dan
time
is
before
fighting the
Mr.
time.
Merlin gets past Damien.
It is indeed, and then the hunt will be done. So we've got Dark Fox, One Wolfman, William, and Charlie also very close to each other. Have a look at the battle between 4, 5, and 6.
We got Foxy approaching Ken Dog. Looks like Fox is about to lap Ken Dog. Don't know where else we have. The closest battle actually is 1, 2, and 3 at the moment.
I saw the bundle up arrows on there with indicators on the map, and I believe that was the one we just watched.
So yeah, Nitro Merlin's gotten past Damien, and now he'll be trying to catch Dan. And he's on much fresher tires, so I think he should catch up pretty quickly. We'll see how difficult Dan makes it for him.
Let's see how difficult it makes it for him. It's going to make it difficult, but I think the result is inevitable. I do not want to give a commentator's curse, so I retract whatever I just said. We have Mandy Popelka. Is it Popelka or Popelka? Is it the first or the second? Number 1 being Popelka, number 2 being Popelka, number 3 if I'm just way off and I should shut up. His biggest fan and his mom. Ma'am, it's truly an honor to have you here. Your son is a phenomenal racer. He's only growing day by day, and I would consider him, truthfully speaking, top 15 or top 20 in South Africa, and well on his way to top 10, top 5. So definitely you support him as much as you can, and from our side, I promise you we will grooming and make sure he's got the best future in the esports industry. There it is.
Yeah,
There it
Nitro
is.
just has that bit of better traction, but that's come in narrow through that corner. But he definitely will be able to brake a little bit harder than Dan with those tires. Dan making it difficult for him though. That almost looked like a Albon Hamilton situation there for a second.
Mandy, thanks a million for commentating. Okay, so it is Mandy Popelka. She has confirmed. You guys are awesome. No, Dan the man's awesome. Himself and TSN JDJ, as well as DMR Gr2, a 17-year-old as well. Those are the 16, 17, 18-year-olds in our team who has an absolutely amazing future ahead of them. And I think these three will definitely carry the baton in the next couple of years and probably take over from the likes of myself and Ruan, as that will always be there. But yeah, these are the gents that definitely need the grooming to become superstars internationally renowned, I believe. But what are your thoughts? But let's have a look at the rates.
But look at this, 1, 2, 3 and 4 right behind each other, which is awesome to see.
Jafil, you called it. You called it. Jafil on soft.
Jafil
He
was
might be
really
catching
good.
Damien and Danderman. Snakey, only 2.9 seconds.
There was a situation there. Let's see what happened.
It's obviously
something happened here. Ooh, I think Damien
smashed.
Just nicked.
I wonder if he's going to give you the position back. He should have.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did give the position back. Super respectful racing from the two.
But meanwhile, that just puts Jafil in second. I did say earlier that I think his strategy looked really good.
It really did. Looks like he did do the two-stopper.
Yeah, man.
No, he didn't. I didn't see any pit stop from 20s. Oh, no, he did the 5, 9, 11, 11. Apologies. Gr2 is currently doing his matric. I know he's doing that. He just got his space station back this week. Experience gave it back to him after tons of nagging. And he's got his DMRe Gr2 account up to A+, which is quite awesome. He just sent me that message today. Looking forward to that. Anyway, let's have a look at the final lap. Can we quickly have a run through of the gap between the gents and then jump through to the back? Nitro leading by 3.3 seconds to Jafil. Jafil running to 3.7 seconds to Dan. Dan running to 0.7 seconds to Snakey. Damien off again or something went wrong. To, yes, 0.5. From Damien to Dark Fox 1 is rather big to 17. Oh yeah, Damien's got damage, that's why. 17 seconds to Dark Fox 1. From Dark Fox 1 to Wolfman, 23 seconds. From Wolfman to Charlie, 12 seconds. From Charlie to Vashino. Okay, let's have a look at Charlie backmark at 33 seconds, and then Kendog in 11th place.
Yeah, I think Kendog got damage at some point as well,
yeah,
and he still has damage, so it looks like he wasn't going to pit. So let's go back to Mr. Merlin as he goes over the line. So yeah, great.
Charlie has taken the fastest lap, 121.3.
Oh, nice. So yeah, Mr. Merlin had a good race. Like you said, didn't have much battling because he was in front most of the race. So definitely could manage consistent lap times. Mr. Jafil coming in second. Snake coming into third. Fourth, Dan.
Almost fifth place by Damien. What a race!
Foxy coming in
Jafil came from last place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He came from last. So great race from Jafil. Monster race from Jafil. Wolfman Willie in seventh.
Look at Kendog head of the line. He doesn't want to finish the race. He doesn't want to do an extra one. He's over it.
Is he waiting for it?
He just wants the Simon to run out. Wolfman Willie. I think maybe had 1 or 2 damages that cost him the race. In P7 still swerving out for Kendog. What a guy. Charlie.
Charlie and
Charlie's close to 70 years old, guys. Mad racing. Please just discard the hustler sign on his wing. I don't think he was aware of the PG rating, which is funny. We've got Vashino has been on a massively long sabbatical. He just joined for the DMR Ranking Races, just to show us he's still there. Massive personal stuff with work, etc. So Also one of the founding guys here. Absolutely Racing. You want to run us through the results there, bud?
Yeah, sure. Let's quickly check. What a race! Great race from Mr. Nitro Merlin. Did start second, so yeah, understandable that he would be up there. But if we quickly go to the race results, Nitro Merlin first, Mr. Jafil coming from last place to second. Great race from him. DMR Snaky in third, also had a really good race. Dan and Damien had a good race, I guess. It's just those last couple of laps, their tires were horrid. I think it was a bad mistake from Dan to run those soft tires for so long. Then in number 6, Dark Fox 1, Mr. Paulie. 7, Wolfman Willie. 8, Wim Charlie. 9, Vashino. 10, Mr. Malose backmarker, and 11th, Mr. Kendog. And then, of course, unfortunately, Jazz couldn't finish the race. Yeah, because he got disconnected. So yeah, good race. Well done to I think race of the day probably goes to Jafil from coming from last place to second is a monster race. But also a great race from Dan, Damien, Mike, Snaky, and Mr. Merlin as well.
Absolutely phenomenal race. I agree with you. I think race of the day will go to Jafil, most certainly. And then also the likes of Dark Fox having a super race, Wolfman Willie. Probably just 1 or 2 incidents there for that gap to be that big. It's usually not the case at all. And you know what other thing I am seeing at the moment, which is very good, is the fact of the variety of the cars that were chosen. So everybody had their own choice. We let them know, I think it was yesterday, what the race conditions will be. And yeah, no preparation that much. I think everybody only started practicing today. Super race, super everything. I think it was an awesome thing. We'll update the points for January and February by this week to let you guys know how the seeding for the year is going so far and to see how it is doing. From my side, thanks a lot for joining, gents. We had a super viewing, and I got 14 likes from the people watching. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. Also, click on subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, man.
Yeah, and then obviously, just as a final note for anyone watching, yeah, if you want to buy anything from the Rebel store, just use code Deadmen Racing for 10% discounts on your first checkout. So check that out. They've got a bunch of stuff. And yeah, DMR has a few things there, but Rebel Store has a bunch of stuff, shirts, caps, a whole bunch of different things you can purchase there. So yeah, Dino, thanks for this evening, man. It was really cool. Just to all the guys that watched as well. Yeah, Joe, Yanni, TSM, Kalen, Koniwe, Andres, Flores, Ewan, all you guys in chat, Mandy, yeah, thanks for joining us, and yeah, I think I'll end off the stream like that. Do you know any last words from you?
Just one thing, Kalen, Nitro does not get the e-tag right now based on the one performance. We will do an e-tag incentive from the guys that they know about at the end of each quarter, so it's 3 monthly.
Yeah.
Okay, from my side, thanks a lot for watching, gents. Kalen, I think maybe you can join us with the next race as a guest for a few minutes or something. I think that'll be awesome, very awesome. A little bit of Mike Tyson there. And yes, guys, please remember, go to rebelstoreZA.com, jump on their websites. The 10% discount is not only applicable to Deadman Racing shirts, which is 4 of them. So we'll definitely work on our merchandise stock and what can you call it, the variety. But you get 10% discount of each of their own original products already. So in the whole store, you get 10% discount on the first checkout. So make sure the first time you buy, you take the most out of that 10% discount. rebelstoreZA.com.
Yeah, thanks, Dino, and thanks everyone. And then I'll just finish it with, I guess, the Rebel ad. Thanks, guys.
Go for it.
Have a good evening, and see you guys for the next one, next month, I guess. Cheers.